Welcome, my friends, to the official Johto Tour strategy guide. The Pokemon GO Johto Tour is happening this weekend, February 26th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That is a lot of gameplay, there's a lot going down, and you are really gonna wanna maximize your gameplay throughout the day, especially if you bought a ticket. And today, we're gonna talk about how. For starters, I know, I'm sure you've had a million people explain to you what's going on, the details of the event, but I just gotta do it. Quick event overview. The Johto Tour event is happening February 26th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. February 27th in select locations around the world will be the first ever in-person tour event, live event thingy. And those locations should be Monterey, Mexico and Kaohsiung, Taiwan. And the features are pretty much the same as the Johto Tour. It's just like kind of like a second day of Johto Tour, but in person. Okay, Johto Tour. Ticket holder features include 5 different rotating habitats with different spawns for each. And these are the habitats. New Bark Town will be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Violet City will be 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. National Park will be 11 a.m. to noon, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Goldenrod City, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mount Silver, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then all of the spawns will be mixed together from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It has not been officially announced exactly which Pokemon will be spawning during which regions, but to do some research, you could just look up what kind of spawns these regions have in the main series games, and that should give a good clue as to what they'll have during the Johto Tour. Also, all Johto Pokemon will be shiny. This includes new shiny Girafarig, Corsola, Remoraid, Mantine, Phanpy, and Tyrogue. And the new unknown shinies include G, J, O, R, T, and U, specifically attracted to incense. There will be event-exclusive research that leads to an encounter with shiny Gyarados and to Celebi with the move Magical Leaf. There will be new avatar items. And by completing the special research, you will unlock the Masterwork research, which will lead to Apex, Shadowlugia, and Ho-Oh. And the event bonuses include free bundle with 3 remote raid passes, eggs require 1/4 hatch distance, 2 times candy from hatching, 9 free raid passes from gyms, extra candy when catching featured Johto Pokemon, exclusive in-game medal, and snapshots. There will also be collection challenges, and I'm assuming that you're probably gonna need to have a friend who has the opposite version that you have to be able to trade Pokemon back and forth, like in the Kanto Tour event, to be able to complete the collection challenges. Speaking of the versions, you will have probably already picked between gold and silver. I do have a YouTube video explaining these 2 choices, check that out. For the gold version, attracted to incense will be Spinarak, Gligar, Teddiursa, and Mantine, and you have an increased chance of shiny Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Spinarak, Igglybuff, Natu, Hoppip, Sunkern, Misdreavus, Wobbuffet, Gligar, Shuckle, Teddiursa, Swinub, Mantine, and Ho-Oh. And if you choose the silver version, on your incense, you'll expect Ladybot, Delibird, Skarmory, and Phanpy, and you have an increased shiny chance of Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Ladybug, Cleffa, Sudowoodo, Hoppip, Yanma, Pineco, Delibird, Skarmory, Houndour, Phanpy, Miltank, Larvitar, and Lugia. You will also choose between the 3 Johto starter Pokemon, which will affect your research story. And that's the quick event overview. Let's talk about event preparation, getting ready, logging in and looking at our Pokemon storage, which we'll talk about first. It's important to remember that this event is 12 hours long. That is a lot of Pokemon caught throughout the day. I would highly recommend going through your storage, giving a little 4-star check to make sure you don't transfer any hundos, tagging Pokemon with a transfer tag, and then going to transfer, and then basically transferring all. Select 1 Pokemon, top right, select all, transfer 136 Pokemon, get them out of here, clear them out. And I still barely have any storage. I'm gonna have to go through and clear this. Also, a tip is to check your shadow Pokemon, because you, me, all of us most likely have a ton of shadow Pokemon that aren't really good, aren't really worth keeping. And these ones I'll typically purify for my platinum medal and then mass transfer out. A great question is, how much storage is enough storage? Well, again, with 12 hours of gameplay happening and a lot of shinies going down, honestly, I would say give yourself, if you can, 300 to 700, somewhere within there for Pokemon storage. 300 should work just fine, honestly, because you just need enough to be able to catch Pokemon for, I don't know, like a little bit of time, and then go through after like every hour and just transfer out all the garbage. But if there's certain Pokemon you want to catch, save, and mass trade to people for XL candy, and whatnot, you're gonna wanna have a little bit more storage, probably between 500 to 700. I, for one, only have 200. So again, I have a lot of work to do. Next tab, items, and there's one word: balls, balls, balls. Again, reminder, a 12-hour event is a very long event, a lot of Pokemon to be caught, especially if you're using an auto catcher, which I will be. and you're gonna want as many balls as possible. I do not have enough. Luckily, I live on 2 Pokestops, so I will be spinning the entire week in preparation. And I'd recommend going through and clearing out items that you typically don't really need a lot of or don't use that much to make room for balls. And as you can see, I've got 622 rare candy. It's time to dump these. As you know, I'm dumping into Kyogre because I have a Shundo Kyogre and I really want to get it to level 50. So 547 rare candy, boom, into Kyogre, done. And that actually clears up a ton of item storage for me, and I pretty much am just chilling now. Now, speaking of balls, how many balls do you want to go? How many Pokeballs do you want going into this event? Literally as many as possible. I would honestly recommend at least 100 to 200 Ultra Balls, at least 200 to 300 Great Balls, and as many Pokeballs as you could fit. 300, 400, 500, as many as you could go. You want to use the Ultra Balls for the shinies, the Great Balls for spawns that you want to make sure that you catch, and then obviously the Pokeballs for auto catching and just randomly catching things. Remember that the Pokeball prep rally is happening right now in Pokemon Go until the 25th of this month. And this research, the Go Tour Pokeball Prep Rally research, gives a total of 76 balls between Pokeball, Great, and Ultra. And your buddies bring you Pokeballs and gifts, so make sure to interact with your buddies. And there's a lot of field research that rewards Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls. Very helpful event. Next piece of advice, eggs. This event is obviously very egg-centric with 1/4 hatch distance and double candy from hatching eggs, and there's gonna be a lot of fun things in the eggs, I'm assuming. So if you're like me and you spend money on incubators and you want to hatch eggs during the event, I would definitely recommend hatching all of your eggs before the night before the event begins. Have all of your incubators done, empty, Friday night. Don't spin any stops. Wait until the event starts on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and then fill up on eggs and start incubating then. And finally, for event preparation, make a hit list. Figure out exactly which Pokemon you're looking for and which hours they'll be spawning during. This is gonna help you a ton in preparing exactly kind of how to play throughout the day, which hours to go hard on, which hours to kind of take as a break or a lunch break. Definitely gonna wanna optimize your time throughout the day on this event. And now, speaking of the day, speaking of the event, let us now finally cover the event day strategies. Starting off with tip number 1, bang for your buck. How can you get the most out of the day? Most from what you paid for. In other words, what is most worth spending on during the day? Number 1, incense. I would highly recommend having enough incense to be able to play throughout the entire day. They did not say if the incense would last 3 hours, so I would plan for it to just last 1 hour per incense, which kind of sucks. But having at least 12 incense will guarantee you can play an incense throughout the entire 12-hour day. Now, why is incense so important for this event? Because specifically, Shiny Unknown will only be spawning and attracted to incense. There will also be certain Pokemon that are going to be spawning specifically on incense and a lot more on incense depending on the version you chose. And this will be especially important if you plan on either playing from home or playing from areas that don't have a lot of spawn clusters or Pokestops. Number 2, raid passes. Now, a reminder that you will get 3 free remote raid passes and 9 free raid passes from spinning gyms. So you don't have to spend on raid passes. But the legendary raids will include Ho-Oh with a brand new move, Lugia, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. Raikou being a very good electric type attacker in Pokemon Go. So if you need more of those legendaries for XL candies, or if you don't have their shinies and you want to get that, it's a good way to spend some raid passes. And most likely, we'll be seeing Heracross and Corsola in the tier 3 raids, just like we saw with the Kanto Tour regional shinies last year. Corsola, brand new shiny, in my opinion, that's like the number 1 shiny for me for this event, other than Sudowoodo. This will also give everyone in the world a chance to catch shiny Heracross and shiny Corsola, especially if it doesn't spawn in your region natively. This will be one of the only ways to obtain them. And third, lucky eggs and star pieces, ? Important to know that there is no boosted Stardust or XP during this event. Now, we're all gonna be doing a lot of raiding, a lot of hatching, and a lot of catching, so days like these are good days to run star pieces if you need Stardust, and lucky eggs if you're on your way to level 50 and need XP, because we're gonna be naturally playing a lot more today than we would on any other day. Okay, let's talk about the next thing for event day, the rarest event shinies to look for. The new shiny Unknown are gonna be super duper rare and hard to find because they are only spawning on incense, and there's like 6 different variants of them. Well, 6 different letters. So getting all of the shiny Unknown will be difficult. Heracross and Corsola, again, will most likely be raid locked, but will be very rare shiny Pokemon considering they're both regionals. The new shinies, and therefore some of the rarest as a part of the event will be Girafarig, Corsola, Remoraid, Mantine, Phanpy, and Tyrogue. If you chose the gold version, the rarest shinies you're going to want to look for are Spinarak, Mantine, Gligar, Wobbuffet, Igglybuff, and Misdreavus. And if you're like me and chose silver, you're going to want to look for yeah, Sudowoodo, obviously, along with Delibird, Phanpy, Pineco, Houndour, and Miltank. And moving on to the next thing, which Pokemon do you want to catch throughout the day that are going to be good raid attackers in Pokemon Go? Really, generally speaking, just Heracross is just a good raid type attacker, especially for fighting type Pokemon. Just good to have. If you have the gold version, you're going to want to look for Swinub, specifically for Mamoswine. And if you chose the silver version, you're going to want to look for Larvitar, specifically for Tyranitar. Johto honestly doesn't have a ton of super duper raid meta relevant Pokemon because it's such an old generation, and there's plenty stronger Pokemon in the newer generations, but those three are definitely the ones to look for. Now, how about PvP Pokemon? Which Pokemon do you want to search for throughout the day to maximize for PvP? I'm just gonna rattle them all off here for you. Chikorita spawning for everybody will be great for Meganium, which is good in Great and Ultra League. Marill will be important for Azumarill, which is good for Great League. Umbreon will be good for Great and Ultra League. You'll want to find some Tyrogue for Hitmontop, which is good in Great and Ultra League. If you chose the gold version, you're gonna want to look out for Gligar for Glysaur, which is decent in Ultra League. If you chose silver, your only real target is gonna be Skarmory, which is really, really good for Great League and Ultra League. Now, how about for badge progression? Remember, on the way to level 50, you will have to have, what is it, 35 platinum medals, platinum badges? How many do you need? Reese, help. How many platinum do you need? It's on screen somewhere. You need platinums, basically. So you're gonna wanna collect as many platinum medals as possible. So, which are the best medals to work on during the Johto Tour event? Number one being the Picnicker, and in order to get the platinum badge on this, you basically need 2,500 Pokemon caught by other people off of a lure that you put down. Obviously, days like today are very, very good for this badge because there's gonna be a lot of people out playing, a lot of people looking to catch Pokemon and grind spawns. Next up, the Rising Star Duo Platinum Medal, which requires 2,000 raids won with a friend. There will probably be a lot of raiding happening. You have, again, it's 12 free raid passes throughout the day, and 5 legendary Pokemon to choose from, and then 2 regional Pokemon to choose from in the raids. Next up, the Cameraman, which requires 400 snapshots for Platinum. There will be snapshots throughout the day during the Johto Tour. Make sure to get those done. And 2 badges here, the Gentleman and Pilot badge, both very, very trade focused. There's gonna be a lot, hopefully a lot of trading throughout the day as well, because a lot of people are gonna be out about with their local communities playing and hopefully trading and exchanging a lot of very cool Pokemon caught throughout the day. And how about some bonus strategies? Use all of your free raid passes that you get from spinning the 9 gyms today, because if you don't use them, you don't keep them. How I remember it is these raid passes come out as the free raid passes. They're not the green raid passes that you can just keep and stack. You have to use these raid passes throughout the day. I might be wrong. It might be worth looking back at the Kanto Tour to see how it was done then, but I think it's the orange passes that's a free daily raid pass. Those are the ones that you're getting throughout the day so that you can't save them. I might be wrong. Please do research. Depending on the hour and the Pokemon spawning during that hour, you're gonna wanna change your buddy Pokemon to a Mega that matches the typings of the Pokemon that you're catching in order to maximize your candy gain. And then obviously hatch as many eggs as you want to take full advantage of the 2 times hatch candy and the 1/4 hatch distance, which is pretty big for hatching. And I think most people will be hatching for Tyrogue, the gold people, because I don't think silver gets that. And finally, special trades. I'm pretty sure that everyone gets 6 special trades throughout the entire day. Do not forget to use your special trades. I have almost forgotten many times. This is not the day to forget. Now, which Pokemon should you special trade? It's really up to you. There's several legendary Pokemon like Raikou and Rayquaza that do really, really well, and that would make very, very good Pokemon if you were to trade them, special trade them, get good IVs, power them up. But you've seen plenty of special trades of mine in the past. It's just kind of whatever you want to do. If you want to optimize for raid meta, you trade for that. For PvP, you trade for that. If you want to just trade some sick shinies to see if you can get like a Shundo from a lucky trade, you trade for that. Very personal preference. And the last thing we'll talk about today, what about for people who don't have the pass, who didn't buy the Johto Tour ticket? What do you get? What's your best play? Some Pokemon originally discovered in Johto will be appearing in the wild in raids, hatching from 7-kilometer eggs. If you don't have a pass, you still will get the legendary raids, including Ho-Oh, Lugia, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. Heracross and Corsola will be confirmed in raids worldwide. Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby will be hatching in 2-kilometer eggs. You can get the brand new shiny Tyrogue out of 2 cams. People without a ticket also have 6 special trades throughout the day. There will be 5 rotating habitats, and they'll each feature different Pokemon, so you get that even if you don't have a ticket. There's gonna be special background music, you get timed research, and Eevee will not have a walking requirement for Espeon or Umbreon until 11 p.m. local time. And as always, for everyone, have a great freaking time tomorrow. The Johto Tour event will be the second best event of 2022 underneath the Go Fest event. This is one of the best events of the year, and it's definitely worth playing with friends. It's definitely worth playing regardless, having fun, collecting a bunch of Pokemon, and creating an event that you can remember. One day, none of us will play this game anymore, and we'll look back to events like the Johto Tour, Pokemon Go Fest, the Kanto Tour, and remember all the good fun times we had. So make sure to get out there, create some good fun times and memories, catch some sick Pokemon, and let me know in the comments, what are you most excited for? Good luck out there, see you in the next video, and peace out!